Hello, everyone. My name is Alice. Hi, kids. Captain Marvel flying in. Nice to see you all. I'm Tinkerbell, but you can call me Tink. We're going to be reading some books with you guys today. I'm so excited. Tink here might recognize our first story, Peter Pan.
Peter Pan. Long ago, in the city of London, there lived a family named Darling. Wendy, John, and Michael Darling would sit in the nursery telling stories about a far-off place called Neverland, where the daring Peter Pan and the pixie Tinkerbell lived. And no one in Neverland ever grew old. Peter Pan and Tinkerbell came to the Darlings' nursery window one night to get his shadow. It wasn't Peter's first visit to the Darling house. He had come there many times to listen to Wendy's stories. Peter was upset when Wendy explained that this was to be her last night in the nursery. "But that means no more stories," cried Peter, "unless I take you all back to Neverland with me." "That would be wonderful," the children shouted. Everyone but Tinkerbell agreed. "But how will we get there?" Wendy asked. "All you've got to do is fly," Peter replied. And with a sprinkle of pixie dust from Tinkerbell, they soared through the skies of London and all the way to Peter's Neverland home. Down below, they saw waterfalls and Mermaid Lagoon. There was a pirate ship, a forest, and even an Indian camp. The pirate ship belonged to a fellow called Captain Hook. The captain had two enemies in Neverland: Peter Pan and a hungry crocodile. One day, in a fight with Peter, the crocodile had gotten a taste of Hook's hand and had followed him around ever since, hoping for more. Hook blamed Peter Pan. When they got to Neverland, Peter took Wendy, Michael, and John into the forest to meet the Lost Boys. Then he and Wendy went to visit Mermaid Lagoon. There Peter spied the Indian chief's daughter, Tiger Lily, tied up in Captain Hook's boat. They heard Hook ask Tiger Lily to reveal Peter's hiding place, but the Indian princess wouldn't tell him anything. "I have to save Tiger Lily," Peter cried. He and Wendy followed Hook to Skull Rock. Peter challenged the captain to a duel, but Peter was fast and too smart for Hook. With one quick lunge, the captain landed in the water next to his greatest fear, the hungry crocodile. Peter rescued Tiger Lily and brought her back to the Indian camp. Captain Hook got away from the crocodile and swore revenge against Peter Pan. He kidnapped Tinkerbell and tricked her into telling him where Peter lived. Then the pirates went to Peter's hideout and captured Wendy, John, Michael, and the Lost Boys. Knowing that Peter would never be able to resist a beautifully wrapped package, the pirates left a present in the treehouse for him. As soon as he opened it, boom, it would explode, and that would be the end of Peter Pan. Tinkerbell knew what Hook had planned. She had to warn Peter before it was too late. She made her escape carefully and flew back to the hideout. "Peter Pan will save us," Wendy insisted as she was about to walk the plank. But the evil captain just laughed at her. "Pan will never save you now," he cried with glee. Captain Hook did not realize that Tinkerbell was already on her way to get Peter. Peter and Tinkerbell returned in a flash. "Hook, this time you've gone too far," Peter shouted as he challenged him to one last duel. Wendy, Michael, John, and the Lost Boys watched in awe as Peter fought so bravely to save them. At last, Hook and the pirates ended up in the water. They swam as fast as they could, with the always hungry crocodile close behind. "Thank you so much for saving us," said Wendy. "And now I think it's time for us to go back home." Before they could say Captain Hook, Peter set sail in Hook's very own ship through the skies of Neverland. They were soon back in London, safe and sound. Peter and Tinkerbell said their goodbyes, and the darlings promised never to forget the wonderful times they had. As the years went by, they would remember everything. Peter, Tinkerbell, the pirates, Tiger Lily, and the Lost Boys, just as if it had all happened yesterday.
That was a great story. Thanks for reading with us, everyone. How about another story? Yes, let's read one more. Let's read about our friend Belle in her story, Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. Once upon a time, there was a prince who was so selfish and unkind that he and all who lived in his castle were put under a powerful spell. The prince was turned into a terrible beast. He would change back into a prince only if he learned to love someone and be loved in return. In a nearby village lived a beautiful young woman named Belle. She loved to read books about adventure and romance. Gaston, the hunter, followed Belle everywhere in town. He wanted to marry her, but Belle thought Gaston was a conceited bully. One dark winter day, Belle's father, Maurice, started off on a journey through the woods and lost his way. Maurice found shelter in a gloomy castle. There he was greeted by the beast's servants. The spell had changed them all into enchanted objects. Before long, Maurice was discovered by the beast. "What are you staring at?" roared the angry beast. Then he threw Maurice into a dungeon. Maurice's horse came home alone. "Where's Papa?" cried Belle. "Take me to him." Belle climbed on, and the horse galloped back to the beast's castle. The beast terrified Belle, but she tried to be brave. "Let my father go," she cried. "Let me take his place." The beast agreed, but only if Belle promised to stay in his gloomy castle forever. The beast's enchanted servants welcomed Belle and tried to make her feel at home. There was Cotsworth, the mantel clock, Lumiere, the candelabra, and Mrs. Potts, the teapot. They knew that if Belle and the beast fell in love, the spell that lay over the castle would be broken. Little by little, the beast grew kinder towards Belle. One day, he led her to his magnificent library. "It's wonderful," Belle gasped. "It's yours," said the beast. Belle slowly grew fonder of the beast and learned to trust him. She even taught him how to dance, but her heart ached for her father. "If only I could see him again," she told the beast. "Come with me," he answered. "I will show him to you." The beast's rooms showed the effects of his anger and despair. Belle held up a magic mirror and saw Maurice, looking tired and sick. "I must go to him," cried Belle. The beast agreed to let Belle go, even though it meant the end of his hopes for breaking the spell. When Belle returned home, she told Gaston about the beast's kindness. Gaston was jealous. He convinced the villagers that the beast was a monster and should be destroyed. He led the angry mob to the beast's castle. Gaston found the beast and fought him on the castle rooftops. In the midst of the battle, Gaston lost his footing and fell to his death, but not before he had stabbed the beast. Belle rushed to the beast's side only to find him badly wounded. "You came back," he whispered. Belle's tears fell upon the beast. "I love you," she cried. The spell was broken. The beast was transformed into a handsome prince, and the enchanted servants became human once more. Belle and her prince would live very happily ever after.
I love that story. It's one of my favorites. Belle and the Beast are both so brave. Just like everybody here, you are brave and fearless and strong. Thanks so much for listening to our stories. I hope you have a flutterific rest of your day. Bye, everyone.